O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show. This
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
There's just one place to celebrate our happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Plus last chance savings on a 2024 RDX. $379 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Miles an hour, that's a Category 4 hurricane. 3 deaths are reported in Florida after more than 24 were killed in the Caribbean. This
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt and Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt and Rayom can help.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla, not $24,000, $20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt and Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt and Rayom can help.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. Miami Dolphins fans, time to rock out with another Dolphins pregame show. Big O and the boys are ready to give you the latest information, injury news, gambling insight as we get ready for kickoff. The pregame show is brought to you by Welt and Rayom, Toyota of Hollywood, Acura of Pembroke Pines, Hialeah Park Casino, RM Contractors. The broadcast is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley. Here's your host, the Big O, Orlando Alzugari.
Wow. All right. On the moment that we hit 89,000. I don't know if you can see it in there. Oh, my God. I don't know. 89. Yeah, you can. 89,087. Right when you guys hit live, we hit 89,000. Is there something important going on tonight? What are we here for? We're not talking Bitcoin? It's all Bitcoin, right? It's all Bitcoin. 89,000. I'm sorry. I'm in a zone right now, like somewhere, it's different, Whew. Wow. Man, that's just funny. Anyway, welcome aboard. It is time to get you ready for the Dolphins and the Rams, like we got you ready for Bitcoin for years, for this moment. Could we hit 90,000 during this broadcast? At this pace, why not? Anyway, you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation on the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. By the way, might as well mention that to have a little fun and bust balls. We'll see if Tyreek is warming up, and we'll see if he's going to play. He's got that questionable wrist, and we got Rose. Yeah, exactly. Does he catch him during the game? He has problems hanging on to the ball normally during a game, and now he has a wrist injury. See, the thing is, I'm not even going to give you the break on the wrist injury if you drop passes because, bro, you drop passes anyway. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, man. Can I start by just out of curiosity for the people tuning in now? Because, I'm used to getting a lot of shit, of course, in these kind of situations. How's that guaranteeing of Tyreek the money? How's that going? Imagine you could have gotten out of the contract right after the season. So I hope he plays well, but there's a reason you got to get off the gravy train at the right time. And the Dolphins had an opportunity to get off the gravy train at the right time. And most of you disagreed. Okay. You want to guarantee because you were prisoner of the moment. So that has not worked out well to give him that money guaranteed. And that was not a good move, unfortunately. And it has not paid off for the Dolphins. And now we find out that this is a injury that happened in the Washington preseason week, where you had the intra-squad scrimmage, or not intra-squad. They're called whatever. Yeah, joint practices. Okay, all right. The Wiz Khalifa practices that you had with the Washington Commanders, and he got injured there. And so why wasn't it like on the injured list every week? Why is it now being a subject? Why is it now being talked about that, surgery? Is it because the season's over? You know what I'm saying? It's just, these are things you got to ask yourself. These are questions you got to ask yourself. One, as a gambler about that injury. Two, as a Dolphins fan. Three, the motives behind said agent and player to make it an issue now. Interesting. So, these are just things that you have to think about. But we'll see what happens today, if he's able to catch passes or he's going to not catch passes. Austin Jackson, unfortunately, placed on the IR with the knee injury. Kendall Lamb, expected to be the right tackle. I'm not really concerned a ton. I have a little bit of concerns only because Kendall really plays better on the left than he does on the right. And when you're habitually strong one way, it's hard to be strong the other. But he's done a marvelous job overall. But there is a slight drop-off for him when he goes right to left, believe it or not. So that's something to keep an eye on tonight. And remember, Paul has been the left. And so if anything happens to Armstead, Paul will play the left side. But right now it's going to be Lamb, and he's had plenty of experience, and he's been clutch for the Dolphins. He's played his best football of his career in a Dolphins uniform with Butch Berry. So that, I trust Butch Berry overall. I trust Kendall Lamb. I don't expect it to be a problem today. And Tua Smart, hopefully he gets, most of the time he's smart. Sometimes he takes the crazy pill and he does some stuff that he shouldn't do. Hopefully today he's smart and he knows he has to make a quick read and get rid of the football like he normally does, so he doesn't have to deal with them. And hopefully they run the ball, which obviously is a blessing for those linemen. They really like that. And then Craycraft is coming back today. And in a game where Tyreek maybe is more of a decoy than anything else, maybe you use some end arounds with Tyreek, things like that. But I'd be very careful doing the screens and things like that in close traffic where they can get to him. I try to get Tyreek in space so that way they're not hitting that wrist. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to go after that wrist. Okay? They're definitely going to go after that wrist. I got to check again. God, it's 89. It's 89,438.
Cameron Wolf is saying first source Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill will play tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Armando Salguero put in little tip: players with full tape job play.
Yeah. Right. Usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. 89,438. We're going to hit 90,000. We got a God candle, by the way. This puts us into the God candle area now. It is 89.7?
Yeah. Remember,
oh, yeah.
89.9. I think it was 87.9 was what we
right. 87. Yeah. So we pretty much have moved the God candle 10,000 in a day. Okay. So it's crazy, but I like Craycraft back. It'll help Tua out. He runs routes precisely. He's got terrific hands. He's the best blocker on the team. On the team. He's the best football player on the team. So I'm glad that he's back, big time. Believe it or not, it's crazy to think that, but he brings a certain balance. Now you do have an imbalance because of the Tyreek injury, because obviously this is an issue. Remember that R&M Contractors is a proud sponsor of our program. You can call Ray or Mike. They get it done 305-345-3649. Complete remodel, kitchen upgrades, waterproofing, impact windows and door installation, bathroom upgrades, stucco repairs, maintenance, drywall, level 5 finish. Basically, they do it all. But one of the most important things is the waterproofing on your terrace, your balcony, and a flood test report. And for folks that own condos, that is super important because your insurance company is going to want to know that your home's been tested, and do it the right way. Do it with R&M Contractors. So call them, tell them that Big O sent you. 305-345-3649. Finn Rule is number 1 on the chat board. I see Gus 1388, One-Eyed Jack. Would be nice to see the team show up in prime time for a change. Bitcoin to the moon. Yes, sir. Bitcoin is going to the moon. Robert T. Hello, folks. It's the Panthers and Bitcoin, the only 2 teams we can count on. Robert T. Oscar Rojas is smashing it. Jeff in Long Island. Stephen Harris. Stefan Demers. We need more targets to Waddle, and he needs to also come through. NorCal says, I'm feeling a Big O Fins win. Well, I took the Dolphins early in the week, so we'll see. And it went from 2.5 to 1 throughout the week, and it went back to 2.5. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, what else do we have here? We got Sean working in the wife beater back there.
Sorry.
I
wasn't supposed to stand up.
We need more drop balls. Rick, stay on the bench.
Oh,
Dolphins strength and conditioning staff is about as useful as Admiral Ossel was in Empire Strikes Back. Man of 1,005 holds. Yes, happy Veterans Day. My dad was a veteran. Sean is a veteran. So happy Veterans Day to all of you out there who have served and go underappreciated so much.
We have a stat going for us tonight, by the way.
What stat do we have?
From Barstool Sports, by the way.
Oh, okay.
But Florida colleges and pro teams, FBS, FCS, are combined 0-11
this weekend.
The Dolphins are the chance to go 1-11 or 0-12 for Florida.
You just put the icing on the cake on the Dolphins. Thanks a lot. I know my bet now is toast. By the way, Bitcoin's up 11%. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. What else do we have? John Wayne's 45. Ozzie Fisher. We got this. 275 passing for 2 and 2 TDs. I like that. And run the ball. They've got to run the ball a lot. Rob Cow. Karen Dubé. Loving the Bitcoin. Rosendo. Good evening to you. Almighty Devlin. Faith tonight, Big O. We are here. I hope so, man. It's it's not that it's funny because I like the roster, and it's not that I don't trust the roster. I don't trust the man preparing the roster, and it's like having a bad cook. You really don't look forward to lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever, because the cook, is not very good. She's hanging out, got the phone here, she's smoking, maybe even throwing some of the ashes inside your thing, barely paying attention to the shit. You're getting it burnt. That has no flavor, stuff like that. That's kind of what, and I don't trust McDaniel. One of the things that's happened with me with Mario Cristobal, it's kind of the same thing. I'm pretty consistent. If I don't think you're the difference maker as a coach, there's a problem there. You have to be able at times to think for your team, because they're not going to have the brains to be able to execute everything you need on the field on the fly. And if you're the general and you get to watch the battlefield from a wide angle, you've got to have more perspective, and you've got to be able to interject things that will swing the competitive balance to your team. And that is something that I see Spo do. I just don't see it with other some of these coaches. Mario Cristobal is not a guy that I see is a wizard on the sidelines. And unfortunately, with McDaniel, it's the same thing. I know he has great ideas in play design, but he doesn't really know when to use them. So you're giving him a Wagyu steak, and he's going to screw it all up and then say, here's A1 sauce. What do you got? Worcestershire.
Oh, no, Worcestershire. No.
Worcestershire. All right, what do you got for me?
All right, Barry Jackson sharing a little. Tyreek expects to play, but has a torn ligament in wrist. Lisa Salter says injury re-aggravated when cuffed.
What was that again? It was re-aggravated. What was that? What was that word again?
Re-aggravated.
Okay.
When she put arrested, but then Barry corrected her and said he was cuffed. He wasn't arrested, but that caused further damage to the wrist ligament.
Wow. Now we're preparing more money, more lawsuits. Welton Rayom, 954-966-4646. They're in Hollywood. Criminal defense. Call Welton Rayom. Yes, sir. Condo damage. I'm telling you, homeowner property damage, bankruptcy. Yeah. In fact, you should hire Tyreek Welton Rayom permanently. Why? You're going to need him for criminal defense. And since you have 47 kids with 7 different women, you're also going to need him later on for bankruptcy. So, it's an all-in-one. Joe Burrow? Oh, EJ Barrow. We'll get to it. But, hey, Tyreek, Welt, and Rayom can help. Oh, by the way, homeowner property damage, fires.
Three things, man. Three things. Criminal defense, homeowner property damage, and bankruptcy. I'm just saying. Just saying. Anyway. And by the way, if a thick IG model runs you over, personal injury. All right, we go to the almighty Devin. The Ragin is in. Jay Gelfin, Masi. Don't overthink this tonight. Keep it simple and play to the team's strength. Please don't lose the game, McDaniel. You see, Masi has the same itis I have. McDaniel-itis. You see him at the sidelines and we're gone. Rosendo says, thanks, Chris Greer. Oscar says his prediction tonight is pain. Okay. He thinks Sean McVay is going to outcoach the hell out of McDaniel. Sean McVay why would he think that Sean McVay would outcoach McDaniel? Jesus. I mean, it's not like McVay is like won a Super Bowl and he's like a terrific coach and all he knows is stuff and all that. Now, where would you get that idea that McVay would outcoach the amazing Mike McDaniel? Nyborg is in the house. One-Eyed Jack, Eric 13. If we have a top pick, trade pick back few picks. I love the fantasy GMs already in November. Richard Crosco, Big O. We're in Greenwood Lake, New York. 5,000 acres on fire since Thursday. It's currently a mile from my house. We lost an 18-year-old volunteer firefighter in the blaze. Oh, wow. Prayers, my brother. I did not know about that. Oh, man. Jesus. I'm so sorry about that, Richard. It's depressing. Rob, thank you, sir. Rosendo God Candle. Yeah, that's when it moves 10,000 in a day. And then a mega candle is 100,000, which will happen in other countries because their money is much more diluted. So it moves at a higher pace in other places, India and places like that, where obviously their money is devalued even more. And that I predicted in this bull run that we'll have at least 2 God candles, and this is one of them. And we'll have another, at least maybe 3 now, because this is early in this bull run to have a God candle already. It's pretty impressive. And for those of you that invest, be ready for a dip. And what do you do when the dip comes? Okay. What else do we have here? True Fin fan, they say Mondays are the worst. It's actually my favorite day. Plus, the Big O show before a Dolphins game. Life was good right now. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good is having you there supporting us every single day, my friend. That's what's good. Let's see what else. Dolphin for life from SCLA. I'm at the tailgate. Have some fun, man. Have a cold one on me. JC Norville. Our fans are the best. Our team sucks, but our fans are the best. Christian is in. He says, let's go 10-7. LOL. Wishful thinking would be nice, right? Hey, we're all here for it, bro. They want to turn around and run the table. I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's go. But I'm not going to build myself up. Big O, no tailgate at SoFi. No, I can't be doing it at SoFi. You want me to get sued by the NFL? I can't be on property doing a show. I have to be off property. And we're fine here. It's a night thing, so we're good. Shout out to the 6 Toronto drop by River Pub last night. That's right. That's right, Stephanie. That's right. The bull run has begun for crypto, and tonight it starts for the Dolphins. 8-1 the rest of the way. I love it, Mark. Love it. Let's hope so. It's crazy, but let's hope so. Tyler Myers in the house. EJ Barro. Oh, I've got the address. The swan in the room, in your room. Your illustrious hair. It's been washed, conditioned, blow dried by caring hands for us. I'm verklempt. Thank you, Maestro. What a killing on crypto. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Avalanche is pumping. Chainlink is moving. Solana is soaring. Ethereum is over 3,300. It's going to go to 10,000 in this bull run. So you're going to go 3x from here. There's just a lot of good things going on, baby. John Wayne's 45 is in. Omar Geiner, happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans. God bless. Hope we enjoy a victory tonight. Let's hope so, my friend. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. True Fin Fan says this is simple. Run the ball, use your tight end, and feel comfortable using Hill, Waddle as decoys. Force the defense in and then take some shots. Mainly run the ball. I'm not going to finish off that last part. Michael Austin, I feel good about this game tonight, Big O. I think the Dolphins just might surprise everyone 35-24. Let's go. I love it. Detroit becomes the largest city in the U.S. to accept cryptocurrencies for taxes. Yeah, there's already a couple that are accepting it as, and please don't use, well, you can use cryptocurrencies, but not Bitcoin. Okay. Wash your sister sauce, Big O. Okay, I'll do that. And thank you. So Joseph wants to find the definition of that. Zach Morgan, let me see. Ragin, Bradley Maddox, watching from North Texas, still riding with my Fins and not liking the Cowboys. There you go. I like that. Listen, dude, no matter what the Dolphins do, we're not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be here. They win, they lose, they go on a hot streak, they go on a down streak. We've seen a lot of the down streaks, and we're still here. They haven't won anything in decades, and we're still here. We're the best. The team sucks, but we're the best because we're constantly here. You guys are traveling. You're buying your tickets. You're buying your what's it called? NFL tickets, your jerseys, your hats. You're still at it every year, no matter what. I mean, give me a break, dude. You know, we have no choice. What are we going to do? We love the Dolphins, but we're not going to sit here and you know, dick around and not tell you what's really going on. That doesn't make sense either. You know, you can't have it both ways. I can't be that blind ass fan that just, you know, paints everything rosy because it's just not. That's not the case, unfortunately. If we're the Panthers, everything is rosy. Ernie D, thank you for the love on the super chat, sir. Big O, regretting not buying more Bitcoin after the election. I got 2K ready to go. Would you wait for the dip? I feel I'm missing out. I know you're not a financial advisor, but a voice I trust. Don't stop buying. Buy it right now. And then if it dips, buy again. And we're going to have a correction at one point, but when are you going to wait for it, dude? I don't know when it's going to happen. So have more money later if you can, but right now buy, because if we make a run of 120, 130 and maybe it dips to 105, but not to where it's at now, it could happen easily. Remember that guy that had 10,000? I bet he's freaking loving life now. It was around 50, 55 or something. And I remember if he would have bought it at that moment, it dipped a couple thousand right after that. Just a couple. So what? Doesn't matter. It's going to the moon. You know, when it was at 16 and I'm telling you it's going to go over 100,000 and you're laughing at me, and I'm telling you eventually by 2030 it's going over 1 million, what are you worried about? When it's at 500,000, if you bought it at 88 or 84 or 82 or 92, who gives a crap? And when it's 1 million, who cares if you bought it at any of those prices? That what matters is that you bought it. And by 2030, you're going to have more than 10x. That's all that matters. I know it's hard to believe, but until you really understand what's going on and really study it, then you'll believe what's happening. Okay? They're going to finish off our our dollar here in the next couple of years. This president and maybe the next one. And then it's, oh my God, annihilation city. They're going to print so much money in these next 4 years. And then the next 4 years after that, that it's just Bitcoin is going to, that's why Bitcoin is soaring, because everybody knows that what's coming now is they're going to print and print and print and print. They lifted the forget about it, but just trust me, they're going to buy and buy. Buy as much as you can. That's all I can tell you. And I'm not a financial advisor. There you go, 88.6 now. Quick dip. Take advantage of it.
Chris Perkins says, for what it's worth, rookie offensive tackle Patrick Paul warming up, doing drills, both left tackle and right tackles.
Yeah, he has to be ready to swing.
He's the swing tackle.
Because if Kendall gets injured, then Paul will have to play right tackle. So if Armstead gets injured, obviously Paul steps in. You know what I'm saying? EJ, thank you, sir, for the Bitcoin. Appreciate you. EJ Barro made a Bitcoin donation. Thank you. McVay is going today, McDaniel. I'm not sure exactly. I guess McVay is going to get McDaniel. I guess you're saying, McVay is going to today McDaniel. I'm trying to figure out what's he trying to really say. Oh, here it is. McVay is going to pull every trick in the book. P.S. BC'd you. Okay, there you go. Thank you, EJ. Appreciate you there. I know I picked it up, my brother. Thank you. I got a lot of shit going on here. Okay. Venmo, very nice of you. By the way, EJ. Ray Martinez, thank you for the Ethereum donation. Very smart, because Ethereum is a fantastic investment right now for this Bitcoin run, for this crypto run. He says, happy Crypto Monday. Let's go Fins. Let's go XRP. He's a big XRP guy. Ho Yoon, thank you, sir, for the constant love and support also on the show and on Venmo. Thank you. Appreciate you, sir. Rise Taylor, also on Venmo. Thank you, my friend. Oh, unfortunately, one of my cats unexpectedly passed away last night. So a tough day for me. But the beautiful thing about football is that it can be a great distraction. And for 3 hours at least, you get to focus on the game. Believe we win tonight. I hope so, Rye. And I am sorry about your cat. I'm sorry. You know, pets are an incredibly important thing for all of us. I know for me, I absolutely love my dogs and do anything for them. And they are, they're like our kids. That's how my wife and I treat our dogs. I can't wait to get home and actually hang out with my dogs, man. So I'm with you. I totally understand. Really understand. And thank you all out there. Thank you. Remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. True Fin Fan, thank you for the super chat. Out coach, never. He's too unpredictable. Big O, if we win tonight, Coach Barry deserves the Cutter's Edge Pro MVP. Let's hope so. Well, let's hope that they're part of the reason why they won tonight. Dougie says H-Bar, V-Chain, XRP, Algorand, Render, GRT still so undervalued. There you go. Dougie 2, loving some crypto. Regardless about speculation after the election, the market is high right now. Well, the market always runs after every election. The question is, how would it affect it if it was Kamala compared to Trump? And obviously on the crypto side, I can tell you there would have been an effect. It would have been more of the negative than the positive. Here, you got a guy that's completely crypto and Bitcoin positive, plus they're going to have control of the House and Senate, and Republicans were already way before Trump was even on board. They're already pro-Bitcoin. So, yes, that's kind of the way it goes. So it's going to pump because people know it's going to be pro. You're going to get pro regulations there. And that's what they've been waiting for. That's why now you're going to see altcoins blow up for you, for H-Bar and VeChain and XRP and all that and render. Why? Because now you're going to get regulations. The Republicans will get regulations quickly. So that's something that they haven't had. That's why also the market is pumping, man. Trust me, I follow this crap. Let's see. What else? Big O, is it true that our special teams coach has been out coaching our head coach?
Let's hope not.
Yeah. Wow.
Inactives are in.
Yeah. I'm waiting for a big O coin. That would be what we call a shit coin in the business. If an O coin comes out, don't buy it, bro. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I'm not into that. That's not my thing. Christian DiMartino, thank you for the love on Venmo, sir. Very nice. Just showing my love for the show. This team honestly has taken my Sundays away from me. LOL. It's 10-7, possibly, yes, but I feel like it's going to be a long off season. Watching a team like the Steelers overperform aggravates me even more. Yeah, but their coach. We're talking about Mike Tomlin. He's a bad mofo, man. He's just a bad mofo, So, Corso Traven, thank you, sir, for the super chat.
Inactives are in.
Okay. Don't mean to shut down the vibes, but I smell McDaniel blunder to lose us the game. Defense and offense leave everything on the field, and crap. Corso, you've got the McDaniel-itis like I do. We don't trust the guy, man. He's super likable. We know that McDaniel is a decent human being. We all know that, dude. We know he's a good person. He means well. All of that stuff. You know that, and I know that. But it's a bottom line business, and he knows it. He says it all the time. One thing I do like about him publicly, he knows it. He addresses it. He knows the history of the team. He wants to take on that challenge, and I like that about him. But unfortunately, in the end, the results have to be there. And there has to be, as our Canadian friends would say, some progress. And we're not seeing enough progress. And I'm sorry, that's what it's all about. And you can't keep having the same brain farts. And that's what's going on with the man. And so this is why, Corso, you have that insecurity and that lack of confidence in your head coach. Because most of us, if deep down, even the ones with the big predictions, most of them, we're going to go 10-7, all that. Deep down inside, they don't believe that themselves because of Mike McDaniel. It's not really the players. It's Mike McDaniel. It's his coaching staff. It's him. That's what seems to be the real problem right now. We all know that talent should have a reverse record. And maybe not 6 wins, at least 5. But you could argue that they should have 6. And none of us would be complaining. We'd all be loving life. We'd all be loving McDaniel. We'd all be loving the front office. We'd all be loving Stephen Ross. We'd all be loving that we're in the middle of the race and all that kind of stuff. But we're watching the team 2-6. And I started the pregame show by telling you the Patriots and the Panthers have 3 wins. That's sickening. And I don't care that they'll have a game in hand. That means nothing to me. The fact that those teams have a third of the talent or a fourth of the talent that Miami has, and they have 3 wins, that's pathetic, dude. And so that's why, Corso, you feel that way, my brother. That's all. It's not your fault. True Fin fan right there, right behind you in a comment. I haven't read it, but I know he hasn't been on McDaniel's bandwagon for a couple of years now. It's a disease that we all are carrying around now when we don't believe in the coach. And it's a disturbing feeling when you don't believe in the coach, dude. A super disturbing feeling when you don't believe in the coach, because then there's no hope. And if there's no hope, then that's where it becomes really depressing. That's the kind of stuff that is unacceptable. Not having hope. Let's see what else. Corso is back. Thank you again for another super chat. I do believe he will be a great one day, and probably not with the Dolphins, though. He's too green and stubborn. I don't know. We don't have a head coach that's been ever hired that has then turned into a good or great head coach. You know that? The Campbell one, he wasn't hired. He was an interim coach that was filling in for a couple games, and then they let him go. Rizzi was an interim coach too. Yeah, but Rizzi hasn't even. He just got it. We don't even know if he's going to be and we all like Darren Rizzi actually as a special teams coach. I think we all were big Darren Rizzi fans as special teams, but we're not a fan of the Crossman guy. You know what I'm saying? So no coach that has ever been hired as head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Think about it. Even the former coaches die here. Saban never went back to the NFL. Jimmy Johnson, this was his last hurrah. Parcells, last hurrah. Like, we killed off their careers in the NFL. Once they went to college. Yeah, he didn't come back. Wani didn't come back. Philbin, Cameron, Gase, Flo. I'm missing somebody. None of them have ever been hired to be a coach anywhere else, a head coach, and successful. How screwed up is that? It shows you that we have become an absolute cemetery for coaches. So if you come here, your career dies as an NFL head coach. And also executive, I would imagine, because, Parcells had it and then it died right there. It's not like nobody asked him to run any more organizations after that. And Spielman had a little run in the Vikings, but he couldn't find a head coach. A quarterback. And then Ireland helped out, but not really run his own team. So you think about it. Yeah, Sperano, yeah. Todd Bowles was an interim coach. He wasn't. We're fantastic with the interims. Yeah, we can interim your ass to hell, but we can't do anything else. Yeah, Sealer is playing tonight, Steven. Steven is playing tonight. Yes. Big O Cam Smith looked good last week. What are your thoughts? It's, Captain Saki, I go both ways with this. The people that, he's a bust. And I'm like, yo, bro, you know what? It's way too early to call him a bust or anything. Let the young man play for a couple of years, actually play. And let's see if he can actually, play the game. And he'll have his moments. And I'm not ready to say he's good. I'm not ready to say he's bad. What I'm ready to tell you is, oh my God, I need to see a hell of a lot more before I say anything about Cam Smith. But I'm not ready to give up on the kid. Not even close, dude. It's not fair to the young man. It just isn't. So I'm going to be more patient with Cam Smith. I usually am with young people. Because I know it's not an easy thing for young people, man. It really isn't. Let's see, what else do we have here? Tommy Mayer, thank you for checking in. Biggest Dickus is also checking in tonight with us on the chat board. Danny Zuko is in. Why isn't Alec Ingold playing? By the way, you said you had inactives. Oh, go for it. Sorry about that. Let's go with inactives.
Well, now you'll get fullback Alec Ingold,
Okay.
running back Jeff Wilson Jr., cornerback Ethan Bonner, cornerback Storm Duck, linebacker Mohamed Kamara, offensive lineman Andrew Meyer, and wide receiver D. Eskridge. Those are your inactives for the Miami Dolphins taking on the LA Rams.
Poor kid. He must be Eskridge. He's had some personal stuff. Hope everything's all right with him, with his family-wise. Let's see what else. Wish we kept Campbell. He would have failed miserably. Like, I'll repeat this over and over again. He wasn't ready. He was just an interim coach. He had no experience. He didn't know how to build a staff. He went back to learn with Sean Payton and learn from a real head coach and learn about how to be a head coach. If you would have given him the job with the Dolphins, he would have failed miserably and you would have fired him and he would have become the first head coach to be successful that you would have hired, actually. That's what would have happened. But you're kidding yourselves, all of you out there. But I get it. Fans is short for fanatical, and you don't think logical. So you got to stop with the Campbell bullshit because it just doesn't fly. It really doesn't fly. He wasn't ready, and he would have failed miserably here, like most people do.
And also, it's a calf injury. The reason Ingold is out tonight, Barry Jackson reported.
Okay. Josh says, of course I'm doing a post-game show, Josh. It's earlier for us here than it is for you. So yeah, it's early, right? Right now it's 3:58 right now, man. So yeah, it's going to be a nice and early post-game show for us. This is better for us than even when we do Sunday night games that are an hour earlier than Monday night games or whatever, you know? So this is it's a good thing. We're fine. What else? 100 Proof is in the house. Good to see that you're here, my brother. Thank you. Michael Lombardo. Thank you, sir. Dizzy 911. Yes, Craycraft is in. JD Rodriguez. If Tyreek and Waddle don't eat today, I say they let McDaniel take a different plane home. Well, maybe Tyreek can't eat because he can't catch. AZ Fanatic says, damn it, this means Julian Hill is playing. Cesar Cienfuentes. Buenas. Was Austin Jackson on the inactive list? He is on the IR, sir. Okay. What else? Oh, I am sorry, but I don't blame Greer for all this crap. His track record with players is outstanding. Yeah. Okay, coach. Yeah, but see that I'm a Greer guy. I'm a Marvin Allen. I'm a Reggie McKenzie guy. I love the front office. I think that the talent's fine, but they're going to get I can't dance around and defend. Like, I wouldn't change the front office. I wouldn't fire them. But I can't argue with the person out there that says, well, they hired Flo and they hired McDaniel. They can't find a head coach. And that's a sticking point, my brother. You know, that's a sticking point. And that's a legitimate concern if you can't get a head coach. Pat Riley shits head coaches. He goes to the bathroom. Oh, you want one? Here's Stan. All right, you want? Here's Spo. When you want the next one? You know, it's like, you see what I'm saying? It's, Jeff Van Gundy. But, you know, it's like you can just duplicate them. You got to be able to do that. You got to be able to find a head coach. Look at the guy for the Panthers. He went and hired Paul Maurice. That was his hire. He nailed it. You got to be able to hire a head coach. Look what has happened now. All these salaries you're tied to, your window now starts to close after next season. Because remember, I told you, you're going to have a little bit more flexibility next year, but not as much. And then after that, it's over. After that, it becomes even harder to keep the team together. You're going to have to let go players, and then that window closes. So you have to keep all these people together because the window's going to close after next season anyways. And then you're going to decide on everybody's future. Players, front office, head coach, all of that kind of stuff. But the people that say, oh, a real coach, we're winning more games, there's 5-6 wins on the board, all that, but it's up to them to hire it. Now, here's the thing. And again, I don't have proof on this. But McDaniel doesn't seem to me like a Greer hire. So then what do you do there? Not going to make anybody happy here. We're not. Shane Pupo says another primetime game to shrink under big lights. God, I wish I could tell you you're wrong. Jaffrard says without Ingold, our running game is going to be tough. James Vivinetti, Tyreek playing with a torn ligament in his wrist. Yes, sir, he is. Do you think we can win this game? Yes, if you had a good coach on the sidelines. But you don't have a good coach on the sidelines, so we're like rolling the dice and hoping for the best. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. Mike McDaniel is a terrible sideline coach, terrible game day coach. He just is. Big O, I want to meet up with you in the show. What do I do with crypto? Reach out, John. I have the Crypto Bro Show. I'm going to kickstart it back again when I get back to Miami. But you can always send me questions. If you have any questions, you should. If you have any basic tips, there's a lot of segments there on our podcast, audio podcast, and it explains a lot of things and buying Bitcoin and cold storage wallets and things like that. And what if you're a newbie to crypto, how you should approach it, all those kind of things. It's all there. So there's a lot of that. I know some of you now are going to get desperate and start to FOMO in, fear of missing out. That's what FOMO is. And people just start getting in, but do your homework. And I suggest you read the Bitcoin white paper. I suggest you understand what they're doing with our money and how they're devaluing our money and how Bitcoin goes in the other direction while money goes in the negative direction under all presidents. Okay. The one that left office, the one that was there before, and the one you just voted in now. Okay. All presidents. It doesn't matter what side. So don't use politics. Be really objective about it. And it's going to open your eyes. And you're going to realize, and you're going to go, wow. Yeah. And like I always say, I'm not a financial advisor, but you should never have a savings account. You should have a Bitcoin account. Any money that you have sitting in the bank is a waste of money because it's getting devalued every day. Who's playing right tackle to be Kendall Lamb? Tony Harrison, sir. Thank you for joining us. Dennis Akers. Let's see what they got. I'm with you. Let's see. Sandman better make his field goals. I agree. Lemonade. Mr. Majestic. Coinbase is banging. I wouldn't touch Coinbase with a 10-foot pole. Let's see what else. Tony Harrison. Walter Olivares. I am him, says Tank for Cam. Cam in the NFL will struggle big time. Big time. He can't even come close to playing like he plays there. Let's see. What do we have here? Cash App or Venmo, by the way, at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin donation or Ethereum donation too at the same time. Okay. Ocala Joe says, I think if the Dolphins win tonight, it will be in spite of McDumbass, not because of him. But if that happens, we should give him a victory lollipop. Yeah. It's a scary part. So we got Tyreek. with the wrist he's playing. And just to kind of fill you in on everything going on, Dolphin fans, okay, Austin Jackson placed on the IR with the knee. River Craycraft activated, will play tonight. Tyreek Hill, Rosenhaus already talked about him possibly needing surgery on that wrist. So we'll see what happens. Patrick McMorris, the safety, was downgraded to out in this game. Defensive tackle Neil Farrell was signed to the active roster from the practice squad. They also elevated long snapper Tucker Addington and tackle Jackson Carman. So it also shows you that, with Kendall Lamb playing, they're a little concerned. So Jackson Carman was also activated to the roster too at the same time. So all of these roster moves were made for this game. And, we all want them to win as fans. We all want them to win because we care, dude. We care about the team. We want them to have success, overall. But we want them to win because every loss you add, you start losing players. And it gets to a point where you're not going to play some players because the season's over. And then what are you going to do? Risk injury for some of these guys? You're not going to do that either. So you're going to have to make some really tough decisions on this one. And that's the effed up part. That you're going to have to make some tough decisions. And then all of a sudden, the season takes another turn, and a really bad one, because now you're in tanking mode. And you want to hear Mike McDaniel do some ums and ahs? Wait till he has to explain tanking, because I'll tell you one thing that Mike McDaniel will not have the option that Flores did. Flores told the front office and the owner to go screw themselves. I'm not tanking, which he was stupid on his part to do that. But whatever, you had a 5-year guaranteed salary, bro. Just tank so you can get the pick, and then you can move on. But whatever. Where he's at, he has no leverage. So he has to say, yes, sir. He has to say, yeah, we're going to tank here. So, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Some of you out there going, oh, what are you talking about? That's what I want. So I get that too. Okay. I totally understand that. I get it. You pretty much have given up on the season. Big O, will you do a Crypto Bro show more often? No, I will do. Caesar, once I get back, starting on Wednesday, I will do one every day. I promise you, every day. I will do a Crypto Bro show. Talk to you about Bitcoin, everything going on in the economy, everything what's positive, what regulations are coming, what's being said clearly on the Republican side, because we can't count on the Democrats for shit for this. So all of this kind of stuff, I will give you all of the information, and on altcoins and all of that. I promise you, once I get back, this is our last trip of the year. So I don't think we're unless they go on a run or some crap like that, but I doubt we're traveling anymore. So we're going to be home, and we're going to do a Crypto Bro show every single day. Even on weekends, I'll do a couple of minutes, because weekends are going to be green. Weekends, things are going to be going. So I promise you, you guys I'll be there for you guys, and you can ask me questions about anything going on. I've been at this for you guys for 5 years now. And so those of you that have been with me for it, you're already incredibly in the green. Now you're like Pat Riley producing coaches. You're that much in the green. You're crapping green. Okay? Green. Anyway. By the way, you should get that checked out if you're dropping green. I'm rolling the dice and betting on us tonight. I have a feeling. Woo! All right. Let's see. Dang, we actually won 5 straight versus the Rams. Oh, yeah, we have like an incredible record against the Rams. It's like 11-1 or something like that in the last 12 or something stupid, and they've won 5 straight against the Rams. They give the horns to the Rams. It's really weird. I did not realize that the record that the Dolphins have, it's something stupid. I don't know if you can look it up, Sean, if exactly what it is, but it's like 11-1 in the last 12 and 5-0. He's correct. It's really ridiculous. The Dolphins own the Rams. Hopefully McDaniel doesn't screw it up tonight. That's what we got to hope. Let's see what else. Let's go fish. Jesus, I never bet on home teams. Oh, man. Fins in the tank, says Apollo. Bad Bandit says Dolphins win. Hill won't need surgery, but if Dolphins lose, Hill will need surgery. All I know is, Bad Bandit, where are all the people that were dissing me, were going after me, were saying I'm a hater because I did not want to guarantee money to Tyreek Hill? I'm just wondering. Just wondering. Okay. I said it over and over and over again. The Dolphins, the way they were acting, they weren't going to do it, and that was a smart move, that they weren't going to give him the money. And then they gave him the money, and I was floored. Absolutely floored. Not as much as Avalanche, up 10%, up to $35. Remember when I told you when it was $10? Tell you.
Dolphins are 12-2 against the Rams all time, including winning the last 5 matchups.
See, Miami is 5-0 in the last matchups and 12-2 against the Rams in the last 14. Is that crazy? All time, 12-2. I mean, we give the Rams the horns every single time. Now, let's hope we don't get Flippert Anderson here on this one. You youngins have no idea what I just said. No Doubt says, here is to smoking that hopium tonight. There you go. Big O, do you think there might be a chance for McDaniel to have seen what his run game tight end signing can do after the Tua injury? Or am I the only one thinking that? We hope so. We hope he has a brain. Well, we know he has a brain, but he doesn't use it all the time. We hope he figures it out. Caesar wants 100,000 Bitcoin. So do I. 150,000 Bitcoin. Finn's going on a BTC level run, baby. Dizzy says, I honestly want a new QB in the draft. I really like Tua, and yes, he's the best we've had right now, but we need a durable, athletic guy. You need a quarterback. It doesn't have to be an athletic guy, bro. You need a quarterback that stays healthy. That's all. And Tua can be that guy, but he refuses to do the smart things to stay healthy. That's his problem and our problem too. So, Richard McCrossan says, Finns keep playing around. They're going to find out when Hill demands a trade. Hill can't demand a trade, bro. That's, that they're stuck with him for another year. I told you guys this already. You were able to get out of the deal after this season. Don't sign him. When they guaranteed him that 3-year deal, that means they have to keep him on the roster for 2 seasons, this season and next season. Richard, I don't know how much you watched this show over the years, but you can check my track record. I'm pretty good at this. He can't demand a trade. They can't trade him. Oh, and by the way, Richard, nobody wants him anymore. What value does that guy have anymore? He constantly has problems off the field. He doesn't play well on the field anymore. And they figured him out on staying physical with him, and now he's got a wrist injury. Nobody's trading for that guy. And you got to pay him $30 million? Come on, Richard. You're living in some fantasy land now. It's the whole Jimmy Butler thing. There was a window. That window has come and gone. He's going to 31. The window has come and gone. That's over. Okay? So nobody wants that guy and nobody's trading for him. And if they want him, you know what they're going to give up? A 7th or a 6th rounder because of the baggage and the salary. I think you're a little out of touch of what's going on with Tyreek Hill. Again, prisoner of the moment thing. Oh, he's so fantastic. The 2 years of 1,700 yards. That's not the reality we're in moving forward with him. Nobody wants to be stuck with that salary. So no. They're hiding in the bushes like Homer, Big O, aren't they? The anti-Bitcoiners and the Tyreek Hill contract people. They are hiding in the bushes like Homer. Homer Simpson, baby. I'm with you there. Zeus Castro is in the house, and he is demanding go Dolphins. What offensive player do you think will have a good game tonight, Big O? I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to go Jalen Waddle needs to step his ass up tonight. If Tyreek is injured and has got and they haven't been much of a factor, and he kind of woke up last week, I need Waddle. Waddle's going to become your number one down the line. You need to start acting like one. And tonight, Cooper Kupp knows how to get open and stuff. He's slower than you, bro. Let's go. You're a good route runner. Let's start running routes. Let's start setting people up. Let's start becoming a football player out there. Jalen Waddle, you got your money, dude. Get it done. And don't get injured. And don't drop passes today. So I'm going to go Jalen Waddle. Needs to have a big night tonight for the Dolphins to win. You still got to, like I said last week, and they did it. You still have to run the ball. You still have to use Jonnu Smith. Those things are super important. But Jalen Waddle's got to be the guy tonight. If Tyreek is going to be more of a decoy, you got Craycraft back to give you some balance and play off of Jonnu Smith. I think that's really important. But Waddle needs to make an impact tonight. So there you go. I'll go out on a limb and pick Jalen Waddle, which it's really going out on a limb to pick him. Did you catch the Albert Breer report saying that the Dolphins were going to trade Calais to Baltimore, but that Calais told them, I did not catch that, but I'm not surprised that that's what he wanted to do. He's a classy guy, bro. He's really a classy guy. Chase won 100 Big O. Show me something, Waddle. That's right. That's right. And by the way, please hit the like button. It is very important that you all hit the like button. Okay. Very, very, very important. And very important that you hit Caneswear, because Caneswear's got Dolphins gear, got Heat gear, got Inter Miami gear, got Panthers gear, got Canes gear. They got practically anything and everything with the Canes logo on it. They even have sorry-ass Marlins gear. Okay? They even got a new skipper of the Marlins. Poor guy. Did he draw straws and drew the shortest one and took the job? Anyway, but go to Caneswear, use our code BIG010, you will get 10% off. Okay? And if you order over $99, you will get free shipping. And now that I'm looking at the screen, why does it look like I have a ton of gray hair? Does it look like that? It doesn't really look like that in real life. The light, yeah. Yeah. I look like un viejo, brother. I know I am, but I don't have the hair of an old fart. This light here? Well, there is a delay. I don't know if it changed.
A little bit, not a lot though. It's the LED lights.
Oh, that son of a bitch there?
No, it's that one.
Okay.
I think so.
All right.
You still have a little bit, but it's not as bad.
Okay. All right.
Hit the switch.
Bastard.
Hit the switch right there, though.
Which?
Let's see if it looks like a campfire.
Okay.
Not
What?
really a campfire.
Now a campfire. Well, it's dark.
Not dark. It's lit up a little bit. Wait, hold on. Right there. See? Oh, not that bad.
That's really bad.
The like smoke.
Okay.
There you go. Now you turned it. There you go.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. All right.
Now we're now. Now or now? Now then. Then now?
Then now is then. Caneswear is awesome, and they don't have one single piece of FSU merchant. Of course not. Yeah. Plus, those people want free shoes all the time. That's not what they do there. It's sorry. 9/11 Lemonade says, "Que hola, acere, monina, consorte, compay." Let's see what else. Too extreme. You do look like you have a full head of gray hair. Yeah, I know, and I don't actually. I mean, I have a couple, thanks to Gary Gensler, but outside of that, Biden, that asshole. It got grayer without the lights. It looks distinguished, Big O. That's Joey R being really nice. I like you, Joey R. That's really nice of you. Let me tell him that it looks distinguished. Distinguished is a nice way of saying, bro, you look like an old son of a bitch. That's all it is. What are you gonna do, bro? You're 58 years old. You're supposed to look old, bro. But hey, it looks distinguished. Oh man. Let's see. Big O, explain it to me like I'm a kindergarten, says Oscar. Why is Poyer still starting? He has naked pictures. Don't know. Rachel Bush is fine as hell. No idea. No idea. Let's see. One Man Wombat says, what's your prediction for the game, Big O? Dude, I am walking the plank all the way, okay? And I am going Dolphins. Let me write it down so I don't forget this crazy-ass prediction that I'm making because I'm sensing it right now through my gray hairs. It's coming through. Yeah, it's coming through. And I'm going to go Dolphins 16, Rams turd thing. So 16-13, Dolphins. A low-scoring, boring affair that they eke out a victory. No, huh? You got Dolphins winning 52-10? 52-50?
Oh, no. 34-16.
Damn, that's an ass kicking. I like that. It's better than 16-13. That's for damn sure.
We'll start the post game in the third quarter. For our East Coast people. Not for us, because we're good.
I love it. Big O, my hairline started receding at 22 and I'm 37 and a baldy. I envy you. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. I don't know. I'm lucky. I still have some hair. Yeah, some hair. Some hair is better than others. Some girls are bigger than other girls' mothers are bigger than other girls. All right. Dolphins 50 burger, Big O. A 50 burger Zeus. Okay. All right. I like that. Maybe that guy, Zeus, maybe he's here in California. Hitting the legal stuff. Hateful Steve is in the house. Here to maybe not getting embarrassed for once in a primetime game, but if we do, at least we get a higher pick to relieve the pain. Well, yeah, that is very true. Very true. Very true. And he wants me to thank Trump for the pump. I do thank the Republicans for the pump. That's for sure. Trump is the conduit for it, but Cynthia Lummis is the one, and Patrick McHenry and Tom Emmer and those kind of people. Those are the Republicans. As a Bitcoiner, because I don't care, as you know, I don't care about either party. But those are the people that have fought for us Bitcoiners and us crypto people. Those are the people that have been truly fighting the good fight for us for years now, way before Trump got in the last 6 months. But those are the people that I do appreciate, by the way. So there are people in that party that I appreciate. They're the only ones that really understand it. And they're the only ones that really understand that it can help people of all walks of life, even though the rich will end up owning all of it and every bit of it, because the rest of us will sell it eventually for something that we need. And then they will buy it. And that's how it's going to go. So the rich and powerful will end up owning it all. That's for sure. I can guarantee you that. But in the short term, we all have an opportunity to better our lives and to better our families and to actually even create generational wealth for our own families. Because just like you can create it for a reserve for a city or a country or anything like that, you can also do it for your family where you can pass it on. So it does work both ways. So I will say that, to be completely fair, Steve, okay? I know you're a one-sided guy, but I'm not. I don't play that way. I'm just Americans. I'm not about red or blue. Horn Dog says, "Oh, I just don't want to get embarrassed as usual, and hopefully the defense comes off vacation tonight." God, I hope so. Well, both the Canes and the Dolphins, we need the defense to play. Although the Dolphin defense has had better moments, so let's hope that they can start to do something. Bradley Cool, you got a lot to live up to, buddy, with that name. I see it 31-27 Miami. Dolphins a little less efficient tonight on offense, yet more possessions compared to last week, 6. Excited to see OBJ get more targets, just like Jonnu did over a couple of weeks. All right, I'm just on with your name, bro. You're Bradley Cool, 31-27. Okay. So I got to go with Bradley Cool. That just flows. Bradley Cool flows. Dizzy says McDaniel was just walking and looked into the camera and showboated. What can I tell you? True Fin Fan just ate a plate of arroz con picadillo, aguacate, and a glass of Pepsi. Oh yeah, he ate some aguacate. That's not good, bro. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. You know what, True Fin Fan? You should play defense for the Dolphins tonight.
You should be in the building.
No, let's not take it out on the spectators.
Well, if he lets it go on the field, it's going to make it to the spectators anyway.
Yeah, but they're kind of like outside the, it's kind of like a hurricane. Their hurricane force winds are in a small circle. So that circle will be where the field is at. They're on the tropical storm side. So the only thing that will happen to the spectators is they'll lose nose hairs, things like that will burn off of them, but they'll live. They'll live.
That's only if he lets go of category 1.
Well,
what if he lets go of cat 3 or 4? That's going longer than the field. I mean, the only good thing is it's going to take out McDaniel too.
Oh, don't tell True Fin Fan to take out McDaniel, because he'll take out McDaniel.
You'll probably aim it right at him.
Oh yeah, he'll take out me. But see, if True Fin Fan, you just turn around, you aim at the Rams. It's over, bro. It's over. Holes galore for our running backs. On defense, you can be the Tim Fart Owens. Not Bowens, but Fart Owens. So you just line up, ass first at them, and just fart, and boom, that's it. Linebackers follow in with gas masks, and we're good. Yake, you ate the aguacate. Let's put it to use. Use it against the Rams, bro. You know what I'm saying? That'll help out. Don't do it against McDaniel, because he might even use it as a bong hit. All right, I'm sorry. Did I say that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ocala Joe, to tell the truth, you have as many Bitcoins as you have hair. Oof. Man, what am I still doing here? Why am I not already in Costa Rica doing the damn job from there? Ivan Diaz says 72. It's hard being a Fins fan. No, but now hold on a second, Ivan. It's hard for you and me to be Fins fans, but it's better for us than the youngins. The youngins have seen nothing, bro. Nothing. And so when I see the 305 Sports Babes and I see the Dolphreakies, and I know that they never lived the really good years and never experienced it, I feel for them. You know, I feel for people like that. I feel for young generations of Dolphin fans. They're my favorite Dolphin fans because they somehow show up every week and do everything for the Dolphins, and yet they never experienced the good shit like you and I did. So if you've been a fan since those days, so have I. And I actually lived those championship years. Now, I didn't appreciate it, as I've said many, many times, as a 7 or 8 year old, because I love how people say, oh, I lived it. I was really young. And well, you really didn't live it. Let's be honest. If you're young back in the 70s, a 7, 8, a 9, a 10-year-old, come on, bro. You didn't really live it. You didn't really appreciate it. But we were there, and then we saw the years after that and the Marino years and all that. Young people are the people that I feel for. It sucks for us, but it sucks for them even more because they don't know shit, dude. All they know is Philbin and Wanstead and, oh, my God, los pobres. Man, they don't know Marino's early days. They don't know the Killer Bees. They don't know the 70s teams and all that. I feel for those fans. I really do. I really do. New Jersey Fin fans. Big O, do you think McDaniel called a good game last year? Oh, he called a marvelous offensive game, my brother. It was my favorite game of his. As much as he frustrates me, I will tell you I loved what he did last week. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. What else do we have here? Bradley says, my first game was when I was 9. It was Dan Marino's last game in the playoffs versus Jacksonville. Wow, Jesus. Yeah, so you have seen a lot of pain, unfortunately, my brother. Yeah. Corso says, I'm 33. Yeah, see, people like you, I admire a lot. I admire you. You fans are really diehard. It's easy for us to be fans long-term because we live the good shit. And then, unfortunately, now we see the bad, but we still have the memories of the good stuff. And at least we have that. And you guys don't have that. You know what I'm saying? And that's a huge difference. New Jersey Fin fan says, I'm 42 and seen nothing. Exactly. Yeah. If you're in your low 40s, pretty much, even in your 40s, you pretty much haven't, late 40s is where you experience some stuff. But early 40s like that, yeah, you're right. You have not seen much, unfortunately. It sucks. What else do we have here? Ragin says, Fin fan since the 70s, even watching 70s highlights brings back amazing memories. Yeah, it does. It does. Watching Zonka carry people just was freaking awesome, dude. Cienfuentes says, my first game ever as a Dolphins game was the closest they've been to the Super Bowl ever, was the 92 AFC Championship game versus the Bills. Got their ass whooped, and a new fan was created. Yeah, and those Bills teams were awesome back then. I went from Puerto Rico to visit my Haitian cousin in Miami in 76, and I was 10. There you go, and you were hooked. I am grateful to have watched many Shula era years. There you go, Tommy. So am I. We're very lucky in that sense, and that's where I say, hey, we got a little bit of an advantage, at least in that sense. And by the way, for those of you that want to play the schedule game, okay. And I always tell you never to play the schedule game at the beginning because you never know what teams are. Well, now we're halfway through the season and you have a better understanding of what teams are. And after tonight, look at the schedule you have left. You have the Pats, you have the Jets twice, you have the Raiders and Cleveland. And guess what you're all saying? Oh, those are winnable games. Yeah, and guess what they also are? You're facing terrible teams that are desperate like you. And they all can surprise you. That's the screwed up part. The Pats can surprise you. The Jets play you twice, and they've got good defense. The Raiders, they shouldn't win, but you never know. And you got Cleveland. And then you got Houston, San Fran, and Green Bay, 3 teams that you're clearly not better than. That's already been proven as the season's gone on. You are not better than Green Bay, San Fran, and Houston. So it becomes, because of who you are now at 2-6, everybody is tough. Everybody can beat you. So as easy as you spin it, like, oh, they can go whatever and run the table, and they can also lose a lot of these games. So if you're going to sit there and start playing that schedule game, be a little bit more objective. Your team is 2-6, and they find ways to lose every single week. And it's really painful as a Dolphins fan. Man, it hurts every week to watch how they find a way to lose a game. So you think they're going to find a way to win all of these games? So this one's going to be tough, man, because they're all going to be tough for our Fins. They're not a good team. Lenny Pena, I'm 47. I only caught the tail end of Marino's glory years. Last time I saw was what somewhat of greatness was in 92 when we went to the AFC Championship game versus the Bills. I hated Thurman Thomas. Yeah, 300 yards. The Dolphins might lose, but us Bitcoin holders are winning. Damn right. McDaniel looks presentable tonight. He doesn't look like a crack addict coach anymore. You can't lose when you have Craycraft. Let's hope so, my brother. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Remember, we are going to be here for you post-game. Chris Perkins and David Furones will join us post-game. Hopefully, we'll be talking about a victory, hopefully, tonight. So we'll have reports from the locker room and their thoughts. I'll share my thoughts on the game. We appreciate all of you out there. Those of you that send in a donation, remember, you can make a donation, Cash App, Venmo, or even PayPal. You can use the QR codes there to make a donation and support the program. Hit the like button. As always, it's another way to support the program. And, of course, support our amazing sponsors like Sloman's, 1-800-ALARM-ME to get your alarm system. We're like in 14 different states. 1-800-ALARM-ME, and you can get your free doorbell camera. Make sure you tell them that Big O sent you, and they will take care of you at 1-800-ALARM-ME. Let's wrap it up here. We'll catch you in the post-game show on the other side right here, thanks to R&M Contractors and Custom Drywalls, Miami Dolphins pregame show.
You've been listening to our Dolphins pregame show with Big O. The broadcast is brought to you by Welton Rayome, Acura of Pembroke Pines, Hialeah Park Casino, RM Contractors, Toyota of Hollywood, Caneswear, Sloman's Home Security, BigCheeseMiami.com, EJD Construction. The broadcast is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley. Thank you for supporting the platform and our fantastic sponsors. Go Fins!